Hello. So right now we have all these setups already. So we are going to go ahead to see how all these things work together. So you have VS Code install, you have your browser, each one of them that you decided to go along with install. So then how do you start using these tools? So you have been using browser before, which is easy. That's the easy part. So we're going to focus on VS Code itself. So what I'm just going to do here is go to my Launchpad and then launch VS Code. So when you launch VS Code for the first time, definitely this is what you see. So it's because I have been using this for a while. So but where you're going to start from is this, either this new file or this open folder. So we're just going to be simple at this point. VS Code is actually easy, just the same thing you use. So you can go to your file here, new file, new window, or you can open an existing file. So what I'm going to do is open an existing folder. So you could have created a folder, normally like you create a folder on your computer. So I'll open a folder I create on desktop. So I'll just open this, and this is a folder I just created called website. Now open that. So when I open this folder, what I'm going to do is create a new file here. So when I create this file, let me just zoom in a little bit to see this well. I'll name it index.html, and that's it. We have our new HTML file. So that's it. That's all we need. So there's this concept I would like you to understand is index.html itself. That's actually the extension for any HTML5, any HTML document you're going to create. Like for instance, you can have like maybe a contact page for your website can be contact.html. So .html is actually important. So because that is what, if I create a new file, just name it index here, like that, you can see we don't have, it doesn't know what this means. So that's why it's grayed out. But by the time you put .html into it, immediately you have the concept so that, okay, this is an HTML document. So then when you open it, then you can start to do all your typings like we've done in Free Code Camp. You can start doing that here. So there's another thing I will mention with Free Code, with VS Code, is that you can actually add more extension to your code. So if you see here, you have extensions. So there's some extensions I've already installed here. So, but we're not going to go through all some of this. Just focus on this extension page. So if you look at this extension, you can actually install different kind of extension that you can actually use in VS Code. So there are a lot of them. That is some of them is going to like just all I say is going to recommend them for you. Like this is our recommended ones. So it will recommend an extension based on the kind of file you're working with. You understand? So this is like a debugger for Firefox, you see, because it knows it's an HTML5. And we have other ones like the B stuff, but don't bother yourself with all these things. So just know that all these extensions exist. So there are lots and lot of extensions that you can use. These are all the ones I've installed here that actually make my life a little bit better when coding. So it's just like VS Code give you different kind of experience that you don't get from normal browser or text editor. You can see this now, for instance. So we have this autocomplete that you get. So when I say HTML, see that. So that is HTML also. Like if I do this, you can see just like do that for me automatically. So if I say like a p tag, you can see it auto completes. So these are the advantage of using a text editor. It makes your life easier as a developer. So there's something again that you can do. We call emmet. Emmet is like something you use to like, it's an abbreviation. It's a tool. I think it comes actually with VS Code built in, and it can help you to like get boilerplate code. Like if I do this exclamation and click ml, you see it give me the doc type. So you don't need to like memorize the doc type yourself when you're creating your HTML. You can just do that and you get your doc type. So just like I showed you in the previous lecture in HTML5, then you can have your HTML head here, you see, and then after head we have our title. So we can have that, say my first web page, right? So that would be our title. Then in that we could put our body, right? So you can see how easy it is because it just give me the auto completion and it's just working. So I can put our header, if you remember the h1 tag. Welcome to my site, right? So and you see that. So this is so easy to see, and you can continue coding and things to your website. So what I want to say that if you need to preview this work you have done, how will you do that? So that's where, you know, when we were working in like call it in free code camp, you know, when we were typing here, we have the sidebar that is actually showing the preview for us automatically. But when you are building on your own machine, that's why you need the web browser. So the web browser is going to do all the work for us. So how do we do that? So for me to preview this page, I will just right click here and go to these options here. You see Command L, Command O, which is open with live server. So and this is going to open a new web browser automatically for me. And I will just show you that here. So show this web browser and you can see that it shows this hub automatically. That's magic. So and then we can see go back to the beauty of this is this. So I can come here and continue coding and say, okay, I have a p tag. We say welcome to my site, happy to have you here. So when you save that, you can see the response comes automatically. So that is one of the power of free code and GitHub. Sorry, VS Code. I'm just getting ahead of myself. So that's the power of VS Code, giving you that preview. Open with live server here, and you can view your page very fast. And every time you make a change, you can see that change wired up. I can change this to h3 tag, for instance, and you can see that automatically change. So let's come to the contact page. I'll just show us here. You know, when I do the exclamation here, there are two options. I use this first option before. You can use this first option also. I use the second option initially in the index file. So let's use this now. So when I use this, you see what happened. So it creates all these boilerplates for us automatically. So, and this just gives you a head start. You understand? And it's so cool. So then I don't need to like type all the doc type or the HTML lang, the meta tag and things. So it just do all those things for you. Then what I can do is update this to contact page. So this is the contact page, and we can have the h1 here, contact us, and then we can have like a paragraph tag. If you remember, we love to hear from you, right? So and that's that. So and there's another tag I would like to show you here, which is called an HR tag. So it's self-closing. It just give you like horizontal line. So the HR tag give you horizontal line across the page. So now how do we preview this page? We just do this, the same thing, open with live server. But before we do that, if you come here, you can do stop live server. So it stops the live server for index.html. So then we can launch it here. You can spin up multiple live server. It doesn't matter, but I'm just like putting that up. So when you do that now, let's come up here and show this page now. So I'll just preview this page because we are on contact.html. Yeah, that's it. So we have our contact us, h1, we have the horizontal line, then we have the paragraph tag. So that's how cool it is. And before you know it, you say you started experimenting with your code, and everything we've just created is in this file here, in this folder. In the website, we have index.html, we have the contact.html, we have this index here that we can just delete because that doesn't mean anything, because without the extension .html, the file doesn't understand it. So that's it, and this is it. This is our code here. So another trick you see is that you can do view page source here, and you can see the same HTML that actually create our page. So you can see that. So how cool is that? Really cool, right? So that's all you need to get started creating your own web app website on your own machine. If you have any questions, if you have any thing that you don't understand, just put it on the comment box, then I can go over it with you. So let me just do a quick recap of what we've just done. We installed VS Code, and after installing VS Code, we created a folder. So we opened up that folder, going to open folder here. So on our website, we open it. When you open it, then you can see all the folder here. This is the folder website, and these are the content we create. And you can create a content here, new content. We can call this one about.html, for instance, and that is created. And we can use the emit. Either this is code, this gives you a lot of options, boilerplate, and you just start coding your HTML. So also you can create more folders here. So if you want to create new folder, you can create folders there. You can name it maybe site or something. So, and inside this folder you can create another website, maybe index.html here again, and that's cool. So, but one thing I would like you to understand before we go is that index.html actually have a special meaning when it comes to your page websites. So index.html is actually your home page. So when you go to a website and you open it up, the first page that the web browser loads for you is the index page, which is the number one page, the home page. So the home page is always the index file. So in your HTML folder, you always have one index file, which is going to be the first page that loads on the site, and every other pages can be linked to. So for instance, if we go to google.com, for instance, so the first page that is loading here is the index page, and every other page you now go to is the link to other pages. So that's how that works. So, and if you want to download VS Code, I'll put the link on the description, so you can download it here. You can download Chrome also to use it. So now you have the tool you need to start practicing on your own computer. So everything you learn on Free Code Camp, you can practice on your own computer yourself without any issue at all. Either you have internet or not, you can practice and build pages out. So I hope you enjoy this, and stay tuned for the next section. We'll be going to CSS. CSS is going to be fun and amazing. These are all the things we are going to be learning in CSS. It's a long list of things to learn. So I'll go through all these one after the other, explain the concepts in a way you can understand, and you can be able to like go ahead and start learning things, so which is going to be amazing. So I can't wait to see what you're going to do with what you've learned here. So see you in the next video. Subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you very much.